So Lorenzo, you and I very recently, just a few days ago, were on a call with a business that is very interesting, and they sell a product that is pretty expensive. Certainly a lot more expensive than, $100 or something. And it's also a complex sale because it's not something that someone would just like come in and say, "Oh, this looks good, I'm going to buy it." And what they did, which is very interesting, is that they have like these two different kind of funnels, right? A lead gen funnel and a e-commerce conversion funnel. Do you want to talk about that a little bit and what your thoughts are? And I know you have some ideas.
Yeah, it was first of all, I've seen a lot of other companies doing it as well. Like Casper, for example, has a
Mhm.
lead gen funnel and also has a sales funnel. Peloton does the same. They have the ability to actually walk into the store whenever a user lives in a city where there is a store. But basically, the idea is basically like, the user can go through the classic e-commerce funnel, so from the homepage to the thank you page, or the alternative to that is to talk to a consultant and or a product expert, right? And what that means is that the user has to fill out a form and book an appointment for a conversation that could be kind of like a call or a video call or in-store visit and stuff like that. And what this brand have seen, which I think in general, like it's something that I like makes sense across other businesses as well, is that whenever the conversation with a human being was happening, it was more likely to convert versus like a classic, like you visit the site and buy through the site. So I want to say two things about this. First of all, this doesn't have to be like super high, like $1,000 or even $2,000. Maybe like appliances, like super expensive appliances type of AOV. I actually have seen some companies doing it even like with shampoos for consumable products, because instead of saying, "Hey, our customer is not just worth $50," right? We know that if the customer sticks with us for 12 months, that's going to be like a $600 type of customer. So if you have a consumable product, I think this is something that you could test to introduce a lead gen mechanism and funnel into your system. And then the other thing I want to say is, if you already have it, I would actually suggest to start tracking how you're converting those leads. So for the people that land on, let's say, on a product page, how many are actually adding the product to the cart and then convert, and how many people are actually going through like the lead gen funnel, and just to understand, like, okay, maybe you should push more one funnel rather than another one.
Yeah. And I have two thoughts to add over here related to this idea. One is sometimes, and I've had these conversations with clients where they'll say that, if we kind of got more people to engage with call-ins or with chat, we don't have the resources, we don't have the manpower to actually handle them. And my response is that you can control this, you can control the aperture of the thing. So you can do it for a few hours, you can do it for a few products. And if everyone's occupied, you can turn the feature off. So the idea isn't to hire more people just to see if it works. You can have one person in your team, kind of, you can do it yourself. And then and then at the end of that process, say, okay, what was happening in terms of the impact. The other aspect I want to add over here is it kind of brings into focus this classic dilemma that brands have, which is efficiency versus efficacy. And I think a lot of times we're so focused on efficiency, and the idea of like just getting someone to self checkout and complete the transaction is the least friction way of doing it. And so we always like push everything towards it. I think it's really important to understand that effectiveness is just as important. And yes, it's much more expensive to have someone talk to a real human being, but it's more expensive. But what impact are you getting the other end in terms of like the effectiveness? And so if you're spending $1 to hire a new person and you're getting like $4 in increased sales or $7 in increased sales, then who cares if it's $1? So yes, the self checkout was free relative to that dollar, but you're also driving $7 in sales. So I think it's really important to kind of also be open to the effectiveness of something and not just focus on like, what's the least expensive way for me to service this customer. So
Yeah, that's very clever, Rishi. I really like your idea of like the MVP type of style where you don't have to serve it like to offer this to every single customer that comes to your site forever, right? Every single hour of the day. It could be like, oh, we just do this, you know, we just show this like from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and that's it, right? Or, you know, another idea would be like, we just offer this to a cohort of people that maybe like just want to buy the product in a subscription versus one time, because or just returning customers that want to buy another product that they haven't bought before.
correct. Exactly right. Well, tell us what you guys think about this. Tell us if you like it. If you write us a comment, if you can think of someone in your network that would benefit from this idea, please share it. I just want you guys to share with one person. You don't have to share with 10 people. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We post an idea every single day. So we'll see you again shortly. Take care.
Thank you.